Hey Floss Tube friends, happy February 1st, Saturday, February 1st. My name is Liz, my company is Hello from Liz Matthews, and I am coming to you for Floss Tube number 14. Now this Floss Tube will probably be pretty short because I did just do a video a week ago, but I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, so here I am. Just be prepared for a shorter video, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of whips and things that I can show you because I am prepping for Nashville So Hard, which I think you're hearing more and more from designers' Floss Tube videos. I am also under the weather. Our house has fallen ill. I think it's just a cold. I'm hoping it's not a flu. Joe's been sick for a while. I thought I was going to beat it, but today it's not looking so good for me. So all the more reason to try to get a video up today so I wouldn't go too long without connecting with you guys. So we're just going to go through a couple of things. Like I said, this will probably be pretty short but sweet, I hope. So I have gotten some haul. I do have one whip to show you, some happy mail, and then last video was a lot about giveaways, so we'll do that at the end. So if that's what you're here for, just go ahead and skip to the end where I will announce the winners, and I also have another giveaway. It's a Cathy Barrick product. So I am going to share what's been going on over this past week because it's been a really good week. I've noticed more and more floss tubers are saying that they're getting comments that people say like, no life updates, only stitching, and I have not received any of those, and I'm very happy because honestly I find it very rude. So I think if someone is spending their time creating content for you in their channel, I think it's kind of natural to want to connect with them on a personal level. So I'm very happy to have not received that email or message or comment. And for all of the floss tubers who have, I'm so sorry that you did. Please know sharing who you are in your life is part of the joy of this connection and this platform. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm sure that I will get some not nice thoughts or comments sent my way for this thought, but it has really made me sad to see people saying, I'm so sorry, I'm going to share my life update with you. That's why we're here, to connect on that level. So share away. Just my personal opinion, I love life connections. So that's what you're getting from me. I hope you don't mind. If that's not what you're here for, this probably is not the video for you in all honesty, because I can't show you much because market is coming. Anyway, that might be a Dayquil induced rant, but there it is. So what's been going on with me? Last Saturday was the stitching night at my LNS. It was my very first one. I was quite nervous going into it, to be honest. I went alone and didn't know anybody aside from connecting on Instagram and Floss Tube with a couple people. My friend Amanda May from Ardith Designs was there. I knew she was going and knew we would get to meet in person. My friend Deborah. I was hoping that my friend Danielle, I say my friend too, I hadn't met these people before. I was hoping that my friend Danielle from Stitcherista would make it. She was not able to, but it was so nice to just be in a room filled with people with the same passion. You were just head down, stitching away. In my case, not really stitching that much because I was talking and listening and hearing and just taking it all in. It was a really, really wonderful night. I don't know what I was nervous for, and I will definitely be doing it again. Everybody was so welcoming and chatty and wanted to see what I was working on. I was interested in seeing what they were working on. And honestly, the knowledge that was just at my table alone, I think there were 3 tables set up, was crazy. Like, people have been stitching longer than I have been alive, and to just sit there and like soak that in was really awesome. So I can't say enough. It was really enjoyable. I also got invited to join some more local stitchers who meet up regularly, and I'm definitely going to do that because I want to keep growing my little stitching friend circle and make those IRL connections. So it was just really great. I will definitely go into it less hesitant next time, and I am definitely looking forward to the next stitch night. What else has been going on? It's been head down for me. Like, this is the time of year that I'm actually wrapping up all of my market stitching, and now it switches to layouts and printing and all of that stuff. So it's turning off one part of my brain and like my little stitching fingers and turning on another one. So I'm going to be switching gear. I am down to my last market stitch, which brings me to my one and only whip. Since this isn't very far, I thought I would go ahead and show it to you. I feel like I'm not giving too much away, although if you know me and my plans and you've been following along, you might have an idea about what this is. It is, let me show you a little closer. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this since we're not sharing market releases yet, but it's coming along. Now, I did look at the calendar and kind of schedule things out, and I have come up with the date, because it's 2 weeks out, of April 21st. February 21st is what I mean. Like, well, February 21st will be my reveal video where I will show you all 12 market releases and give you more information on that day, but I'm really looking forward to it. I wanted to have it kind of scheduled so I could be prepared. So this is something you'll see in its completed form in a couple weeks. So that is my one of many whips I have going on, but the only one that I can show you right now. It is on, if someone can tell me how to correctly pronounce Weeks Dye Works Sanguine, S-A-N-G-U-I-N-E. I probably should have looked that up before I started this video. Linen, and it is being stitched currently with needlepoint silk. So that's what I have going on, my one and only whip. So that's that. I guess from here, I'll just move into haul because we're kind of talking about it right now. I did get a lot of that linen from Weeks Dye Works. Again, need to figure out what that means, but it is such a lovely over-dyed, like orangey pink. We're in my studio today. You guys always like and comment when you see pictures of it. Lighting is not so great, but it's a nice quiet spot. I apologize. This probably isn't showing up as well as it could be. Ooh, that's kind of a nice view. You can see the textured, over-dyed look there. This is a really, really lovely linen, and I'm so happy to be stitching on it. It's coming along nicely, and that was something that I hauled. Another couple haul things. I ordered, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen this. But I got some color cards. Color cards. I ordered one from DMC. This one's really nice because it is the actual thread. It's not just a picture of it, and as a designer, this is a key product for me. So they came out with a new color card that included the 35 new colors, and I needed to add that to my supply list, or my supply stash. I'm sorry, that's not quite in focus, but it's really, really nice. So this was $24.99 on DMC.com. And then down here you have the étoiles and all the fancier DMC threads. So I got that, and it was $24.99. If you spent $30, you got free shipping. So I got packs of bobbins. I was also saying on Instagram the other day that Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilt was talking about how she had to bobbinate some things, and I am totally going to steal that term from you, Olivia. It's perfect. I am a bobbinating fool. I am so excited to put new threads for new projects on these, so I stocked up to reach that $30 minimum. I got 4 packs. They're the plastic kind, which I really like, and they will be in my future. I'll be bobbinating. So I got that, and then along the same lines, this was actually something my mom ordered for me because it's quite pricey. I got the Needlepoint silk color cards as well. And again, this is the actual silk. It's not just an image. And quite frankly, it should be for the price. But I have really enjoyed needlepoint silk. It's what my mom stitches in, or has her model stitched in primarily. She is a big advocate for them, and I really, really enjoy it. And I really struggle because I know that most of you stitch DMC, and I get a lot of comments thanking me for stitching in DMC. So I want to take everything you say to heart, but I also really enjoy stitching in needlepoint silk. It changes the experience for me. It makes it more enjoyable, and it is something that I choose to invest in. Now, I do have to pay for Needlepoint silks now. They don't have a designer program. My mom has had a big stash that I've been able to pull from, but moving forward, I do have to pay for them. So just know that. And I know that they're pricey, but again, for me, it changes the whole experience. It makes it more enjoyable. So it's something that I choose to invest in. But please know, me saying that, I am going to spend extra time and take extra care in making sure that my conversions are not just like, oh, this is what they say. I will be making sure that they align well to DMC, and that DMC is always listed on every single one of my charts to make these projects affordable for every budget. This is certain, like needlepoint silk is certainly not for every budget, but DMC is, and I want to make my charts work for both of them. Of my new releases, 4 are in needlepoint silk. I want to say 5 are in weeks, and then I also have some DMC. But every chart I do will always have an accurate DMC conversion for you if I haven't stitched it in DMC. And you know, that's just a personal preference and a budget, and you know, to each stitcher their own. I know that Brenda and Laura, I love watching their videos, Brenda and the Serial Starter. They are one of my favorite floss tubers, and when I see everything that they have kitted up and they pull out these silks, these like bobbins, nope, that's wrong, like the tags of silks, I'm always like, oh my gosh. So it makes me happy that there are there's every type of stitcher out there, and I just am working with what I like the most when I can afford it, and going to make sure that the information is available for everybody. Okay, that is enough of that. More haul, just one more thing. I was watching Lisa, the Kindred Stitcher, do some Instagram stories maybe a week, no, 2 weeks ago. She had laid out everything that she was working on FFOing, and because I have little like sneaky eyes, no, I don't know, sneaky eye, I don't know. Just go with it today. I saw that she had a book under one of her finishes on samplers, and I was like, hey, is that book good? And she kindly wrote me back and even did a little flip through with me, and it turns out it is good, and I wanted to get my hands on it. So this is the book itself, The Point of the Needle, 5 Centuries of Samplers and Embroideries, and I wanted this book because it's full of inspiration. So the first thing I did was look on Amazon. Naturally, it's I believe out of print or a special print, I don't know, something that made it $63 on Amazon. So that was a no. And then I went to Etsy and couldn't find it there. I'm gonna do a flip through. This was even signed by the author. This is gonna work. I couldn't find it there, so I just typed in, okay, this isn't working, I'll figure something out. I just typed in the name of the book and put used books on Google, and it brought me to, I had to save this, World of Books, which is a used bookstore that has a ton of sampler, cross stitch, and embroidery books for great prices. I believe I got this for $8. It was really affordable. It's in good condition. I got 3 books. They were very truthful with the condition of all of the books. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for any out of print needlework or sampler books, check out World of Books. Now there is a coupon code. In my Google searching, I always search for coupon codes as well. There was a discount, I believe it was 10% if you spent more than $20. I didn't even hit $20 buying these 3 books, so I couldn't use a discount code, but it exists, so try to find it. And I got some great books. Let's see, like, I can't show you everything in here. If you're ever interested in like a full book review, I can do that for you. How weird can I get with this? But it's good. So it's all historical facts and images, and they're really nice. So check out World of Books if you're in the market, like Jen, who also likes to collect books. Spunky Jen, Kentucky Bluegrass Jen. We talk books occasionally when I see that she's found a good one. So anyway, Jen, you might want to check out World of Books. Everybody, you might want to check out World of Books. They don't have interior shots all the time. So this one is also really good. Anyway, all of these were $20. Check it out. They have modern books as well as out of print books. I believe this is all in black and white, which is always like a little womp, but still really good. So anyway, I wanted to pass that information along to you. My book collection is growing quite a bit, which I'm very happy about. And if you're interested in growing your book collection, World of Books might be a good source for you. Other than that, I got some happy mail slash happiness handed off to me. You guys know how I was talking about the Sullivan needles in my last video. I got the ball tip needles for Christmas, and I was using one for about a week and a half, and it started to, I think it was defective, like the plating was coming off. So a bunch of you said, contact them because you have really enjoyed your Sullivan needles. So I was like, okay, I will contact them. And I have to tell you, their customer service was prompt and great. They are actually sending me a new package of needles because they do believe that it was defective. So thank you for recommending that. I just had to give them a shout out for that great customer service experience. And hopefully I won't have the same experience with this new set of needles I got. I think maybe only one other person said they had anything like that happen to them. So overall, the consensus is Sullivan needles are really good. But in my last video, I was also asking you guys about Pat Carson needles because they are pricier. I was hesitant to click buy, but Deborah from the Stitch Night, we connected on Instagram and Floss Tube. She brought me a couple number 26 Pat Carson needles, which I am so appreciative of. Thank you, Deborah. I really like them. I did find them to be a little bit big for the size linen that I work on typically, and Teal was nice enough to message me and say, can I send you a 28? So she did, and I received that today. Thank you so much, Teal. You guys are so kind. Thank you for helping me out, letting me try them. It really means a lot and I appreciate it. So I'm going to give this 28 a try with my stitching today. But so far, so good with the Pat Carsons. You guys are also very helpful in telling me where I can buy them in lower quantities, because $25 for $25 is a great deal, but still a little bit of an investment. So I'm going to give this 28 a try. I will probably be placing an order from one of the vendors that you guys told me about for a smaller quantity needles, because so far I'm really liking them. So there's that. I think, let me just check my notes here. I wanted to give a shout out to Crosshatch Quilts. She started a Floss Tube channel, I want to say maybe within the last week, because I watched her first video. Really enjoyed watching her and would recommend her channel to anybody. She was going over the projects that she finished in 2019, and I loved every single thing she pulled out. So I want to send you her way. I think you'll really enjoy her content, and I look forward to her next video. Her channel will be linked in the description box, a direct link right below. You guys were also very helpful in some recommendations for TV, podcasts, things I can listen to or watch while stitching. I have some recommendations of my own to give you, or just basically a report on what I have been watching. I just finished the podcast 22 Hours: An American Nightmare. Now, I do like crime podcasts, and I like podcasts that dive pretty deep into one incident. So I think this was 8 episodes about one crime. Really liked it. There was something particularly interesting about this one for me because it happened in DC, in a neighborhood that Joe and I have actually driven through and admired. So anything that hits kind of close to home or that I have that extra connection with, I really like. Now, at the same time I was listening to that, started watching You. It's a Netflix TV show. It's really good. When I say I started watching, binging is probably more appropriate. It was really good. I highly recommend it. It was it was like funny and like a little bit snarky and also scary all at once. But I have to say, I need to dial it back a little bit because I have been having some bad dreams and nightmares over the past couple days, which has happened to me before when I've gotten really into true crime podcasts. It just gets to like the deeper parts of my mind when I have bad dreams. So I'm gonna have to dial that back. I'm gonna find something happy to listen to or happy to watch. But I wanted to pass that information along because I really did enjoy them and would recommend both of them independently of each other. So I think that's checking off all of the boxes that I wanted to talk to you about today. I am going to be back within a week. This cold should be gone, and hopefully I'll have more stuff that I can show you. But before we wrap this video up, we need to do the giveaways. So last week's giveaways were kind of substantial. As a thank you, I gave away one of each of all of my 5 new releases from the beginning of January. So this was all based on keywords, and you guys were really, really creative with your comments, which I just loved. It was like, I'd like to go to Pennsylvania in the nighttime, but I'm afraid of bees. Like, you combined so many words, and I just loved those. A lot of those comments were the ones that won when I put in the random keyword picker outer. So New England reindeer. This one is going to Christine Doiron. D-O-I-R-O-N. Congratulations. A Pennsylvania bird is going to Sarah's Stitchy Spot. Be Kind, Be True, which was surprisingly the chart that most of you wanted. We had 51 unique comments. Is going to For SNK House, which I believe is For Snake House. Nighttime in Old Town is going to Marlene Haller. And Nantucket Sampler is going to Colleen at Stitching with the Sisterlies. This makes me particularly happy because I see Colleen everywhere in the Floss Tube community. She's such a big supporter and friendly little spot in our group of, in our community. So I'm really happy to send this to you, Colleen. Congratulations. If I just called your name, what I need you to do is either email me at the email address listed below or send me a DM on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram with your physical mailing address, and I will get your charts out to you early next week as long as you get me your address. But congratulations. Thank you guys so much for playing along. And I hope that you guys reach out to me in the next week or two. If not, I will be redrawing names. Now I do have a giveaway for this video. In my Instagram stories quite a while ago, I was at my mom's house. I was doing printing at my mom's house, and she of course has all of her charts stored there. And I was like, I'm just gonna take a couple of these for giveaways if you don't mind. And she had no problem with it at all. So for this giveaway, I have a Sunflower Farm chart by Cathy Barrick. This was just recently released. I believe it was a special edition for a shop or a workshop. So people hadn't been able to get it until just recently. And I think everybody's been really excited about this piece. So that is what the giveaway is this week. It's Sunflower Farms by Cathy Barrick. Will be shipped out if you are drawn by commenting. Enter by commenting your favorite floss tubers. I'm really curious to know this. I find and discover so many new people from people, find and discover new floss tubers from people linking on Instagram, on Floss Tube, like giving shout outs. It's so nice to discover a new friend, a new floss tuber. So I want to know who some of your favorites are. I think it's really easy to type in Floss Tube on YouTube and just go down this tunnel of the same people, which is fantastic. Like, I am sucked down that tunnel every time, but it's nice to kind of go outside the suggested and to find new people who are sharing with the world what they're working on. So I would love to know your favorite floss tubers, who you watch all the time, somebody who maybe isn't getting all the recognition they like, that you just love. So please tell me your favorite floss tubers. I will draw a commenter in my next video, which will hopefully be in 1 week, and they will receive this pattern. I think that wraps it up for me. 25 minutes, not quite as short as I thought it was going to be. Thank you for letting me be NyQuil induced. Thank you for letting me rant a little bit about keeping it personal and everything. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back in a little bit. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you soon.